need to basically recognize that what the banks are doing to citizens like Jane here is really criminal activity.
You got that right.
It's not only myself facing this kind of a situation,
right.
And there are millions of people are in the same position.
What they can read is that jury verdict right here online. Did the defendant present or use a document with knowledge that the document was a fraudulent lien or claim against real property or interest in real property with an intent to cause financial injury or mental anguish and emotional distress? Yes. And so she is allowed to talk about every bit of that.
Dear Nick, you know that this issue is not about you and it's not about me. This issue is bigger than you or me and all of us who are involved in discussing it. So I really need to impress upon the fact that, in my opinion, I think Attorney Stone should recognize that, because as a former assistant state attorney, I don't appreciate where I perceive her to be coming from as a city attorney. I don't like it, and I'm going to say it because that's my constitutional right. Now, if we can get back to the basics here and get back to what really matters, it's open discourse, nothing more and nothing less.
Well, anyway, but to say that we'll have no impact is not true, because guess what? The taxpayers get to see her present. Okay? And that's part of the taxpayers paid for this. But it's the same issue, because she's not providing testimony that is going to the ultimate issue of law in that case. Okay? That's, as a lawyer, I mean, I remember I've done this. I've been here, done that, Nick. You bring in expert witnesses, and they cannot testify to the ultimate issue of law. So if she is here to provide similar testimony to what she presented in that court, just as similar to what she presented in her research, then she's not testifying as the ultimate issue of law. And even if she were, she still had to give her opinion.
They're immediately going to get into a legal argument. I mean, seriously.
Well, you know, if he wants to dispute what her findings are, if he wants to dispute what she says publicly, then he can issue a letter point by point disputing it. That's the democratic process. That's how we do. But that's not what's happening here. She's getting muzzled. She's muzzled, Nick. She can't come and present.
I invited her here. No one told her that she had to be muzzled.
Well,
she writes back.
All of us, no, all of us.
I don't want to be.
Nick, all of us interpreted that email from Lisa as muzzling her. Everybody interpreted that. Saying you can't talk about legal conclusions.
Yeah, legal conclusions, basically. So you just don't talk about the legal conclusions. You don't make legal statements.
Well,
you can say what the court said. You can say what the minority said.
She
can't play an attorney.
She's never done that. She can come before us and say the same things that she told that jury, and she can say, and the finding of law by a trier of fact was blank. And she can do that every day, brother. Come on. You know I'm right.
Just have Ms. McDonnell present her findings so that the public doesn't feel that, again, things are being hidden from them, that, again, people are being bought and paid for by the banks.
It has to happen. You owe it to us to do it. And that's it. So who's going to contact me today before I leave?
Thank you, Mr. King.
Now, I got 5 seconds. Anyone?
Of the 10 signatures that are on my home loan, there's only one legal signature, mine. One of them turns out to be the name of a porn star, Autumn Bourne.
Christopher King.
Ladies and gentlemen of the council, I am extremely disappointed with the development in bringing Marie McDonald to council to present. There's a series of emails that I'm going to have to release now, which I told many of you I did not want to release, in which there was a promise that has been reneged upon, and the promise was to bring her in here pursuant to her review of King County, the land audit, okay? Now, as you all probably know by now, Ms. McDonald testified successfully last week in Texas in a foreclosure matter in which the homeowner was awarded $5.4 million. 190 in punitives, 190 in actual damages, 190 in attorney fees, and $5 million in punitive damages because Wells Fargo used false chain of title and bogus documents to create the appearance of standing and real party and interest to foreclose on this family, okay? So I have 5.4 million reasons why the taxpayers, why you owe it to the taxpayers to bring her in here, much as you brought in counsel for MERS, Fred Burnside, that day, and he testified as to what he thought the law was in stating that Washington is a lien theory state. So why is Marie McDonald not coming in here, okay? My research, my email chain indicates that she was asked to, how can I say, temper her discussion. And I think the public, when they see this, is going to recognize that as well. And the really sad part about it is, I just got an email from a woman in Ventura County, California, where she has a case just like the one that Marie testified in. And the lawyers in that case lied in her case, and they're the very same lawyers who are practicing here in this town, Wright, Finley, and Zach. These are the same lawyers that falsely accused me of issuing a death threat in federal court 2 weeks ago. Now, I'm going to get lawyered up and sue them for that. But it's a racist activity that I'm going to bring to your attention later, should be investigated. But the whole thing is, there are many layers to this onion, and they will make you cry. But we don't have to cry about the lies, deceit, and deception. We can do something.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. King.
Deception, we can do something. And you have to do something. You need to bring her in here.
Mr. King is our last speaker. We'll close the public comment period. Move to pay the bills. Please read the title.
And here are the, I have delivery for you, the transcript from the federal hearing. You don't trust Ferguson anyway. You know, he's going after Stafne on a witch hunt. What next?
Well,
And he's
like I said,
hiring all these
think about
attorneys. And part of my pending public information request right now is, what lawyers has he hired from the private sector that represent homeowners and consumers? He's hiring all these bank attorneys to work in the consumer protection section. Whoa, what's going on with that? So we got concerns. She shouldn't have to go through him to say to provide the essence of her report.
Well, wait.
And the taxpayers have a derivative right and a primary right to view her doing that on TV.
It's not.
Yeah. So it's all there. So I'm going to ask you to reconsider, man. Listen, have a great evening, the rest of your evening.
All right.
I'm going to ask you to reconsider. There's still time. And let's talk tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll give you a call.
All right.
All right, Nick.
You're doing good work. I understand.
Yeah, I do what I can.
We all do.
We all do. Yeah.